What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of our Speakeasy podcast. We've got
John.
Ken. John. Oh, we're matching, yes.
Nice shirt. Hey-o.
Yeah, we are matching. We always try to avoid matching, I feel like, and it just happened today.
It just happened.
It was it was just meant to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a nice color.
It is. It is nice. I like it. It feels nice and soft.
It is nice and soft.
Nipples feel nice. Everything feels good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Today we are doing we've had Augusta on here.
Yeah.
But this is one that I was at a Bottle King recently, and I saw it on the shelf, and I was like, and I like weeders. I don't mind them. And I was like, that looks pretty interesting. I think I'm going to have to try that one, and maybe we can do it on the show. And here it is.
Yeah, there it is.
And I haven't opened it yet.
I like wiener too.
Yes. Augusta Distillery. Single barrel, weeded bourbon whiskey. Batch number 26-06, 115.4 proof. Any story behind this, Mr. Augusta? Augusta Distillery sits proudly on the limestone banks of the Kentucky River, town for which it is named. Here, our namesake bourbon is crafted following the same time-honored traditions born in the region more than 2 centuries ago.
It's a long time.
It is a long time. Each barrel of Augusta's Kentucky Straight Bourbon reflects our commitment to honest craftsmanship, revealing a depth of character that adds a bold new chapter to our storied heritage. Okay, and just a quick thing on Augusta, too. What are we going to... Distilled and aged in Kentucky, bottled by Augusta Distillery in, Augusta, Kentucky, just like they said. Yeah, cool. Good stuff. Looking forward to this.
What was the proof? You said 116?
About 115.4.
115.4.
Yeah, sure. And John was just telling me something. He whispered in my ear before, and he said, I've kind of been losing interest in the weeded bourbons.
I did say that.
Yes.
I did.
And I said, John, it was fun doing this podcast. No, I'm joking. I said, well, hey, man, you never know. You can't just say I don't like necessarily. There could be one that you like better than the other.
All right, let me clarify more.
Please
I only have
clarify.
2 on my shelf. Well, one I finished. I just finished the Penelope.
Oh, you finished it. Why did you finish it? Because it was...
Because I was trying to get rid of it so I can get another bottle of something else.
All right.
And then I got the Bardstown Weeded, which everybody raves about, right?
Okay.
I think it's just... I don't want to say they're sweet, right? A weeded, nice, sweet weeded flavor.
Well...
I'm just trying to... The flavor's a little too... There's not much going on there for me. There's not...
Well, I think what is a wheat? A wheat is basically, it's just, instead of rye, it's wheat,
It's
right?
wheat, yeah. Or less corn.
Yeah, I
And
think
corn,
typically it's
I
just,
think corn brings that good flavor.
No.
Whatever, no. I'm just, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me.
I think it's just, instead of rye inside in the mash bill, they use, I think, wheat.
Yeah.
And I think that's really,
Yeah.
I think so. But,
Yeah.
gosh, we think we know this stuff by now. Now John's making me question myself.
No.
All right.
Sometimes it just gets a little too dull. I'm, dude. You know what it is? It's just I don't have all this, and I have the same 10 bottles.
Yeah.
It's just I'm trying to get.
Basically, we're saying, don't listen to me.
Don't listen to me. Yeah, don't listen.
Let's get this nose, John.
Wait,
let's
get
listen
that
to you.
Swirl.
Okay, now keep in mind this is a fresh crack. I just totally did the swirl and got it on my hands. We're really looking professional today, man.
Well, you can't get the swirl. I got it down.
I was doing a lefty, if that makes it any
lefty,
justifiable. And you are lefty, though.
True. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I'm getting that heat. I'm getting the ethanol on that, man.
Yeah. That's got to be that fresh crack, right?
Could be. On that nose.
I'm getting vanilla bean.
Okay. Vanilla bean. All right. There's something else going on there, man. I'm trying
Burning
to
my
pinpoint
nose
it.
hairs a little
Yeah,
bit.
well, that's- I told you,
yeah,
got that
it's
heat.
that fresh crack, that heat, yeah.
It's got something else there, though. I'm getting like a cereal, like a Cheerio maybe in there. I don't know. Which might mean it has kind of like an oaty sense to it, because that's typically what.
Yeah, that would a wheat should smell like, right?
Yeah. Grainy, yes, I guess, Oaty, grainy.
I'm getting a burnt sugar smell
Burnt.
as well. Maybe like a what is the burnt sugar?
Well,
like
it's almost like a,
toffee or butterscotch? No,
well,
is that what toffee?
more like a closer like caramel turns into what, molasses maybe?
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
All right.
I can see the Cheerio like that.
Yeah,
oaty,
it's something
yeah.
there.
But it's like a sweet
Like a honey nut Cheerio.
or a frosted Cheerio,
A frosted
multi-grain Cheerio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It smells good actually. It's growing. The more
It
I smell
actually
it,
does smell good.
it gets better as I smell it.
Doesn't smell like a typical weeded bourbon to
Yeah.
me. There's something else going on in
Yeah, there's something there. I think the cereal really, now I have it in my head, like
I-
I'm thinking I want cereal now.
I would like to know the mash bill on this as
Yeah.
well, because I feel like there might be a higher rye spice in this.
Yeah, did you look it up or no?
No. Is it? It's not on there?
I didn't see it on there, and I don't know if it's different for different whiskeys, but let's see if it says anything. So the Augusta wheated single barrel bourbon mash bill, 70% corn, 21% wheat,
9%
malted barley.
No rye at all.
Well, that's what I said. Yeah,
But I
the
feel
wheat,
like
the
I'm
wheat,
getting that.
a wheated is just it's no rye, it's wheat. That's all.
Yeah.
So this mash bill uses wheat instead of rye as a secondary grain, which softens the flavor and offers a sweeter, rounder profile compared to traditional bourbons. It's typically bottled at cask strength, usually around 114 to 119, depending on the barrel, and carries an average age of about 7 years. Okay. So there we go. It's kind of like what we said. It's kind of like what I said with that whole,
It's
wheated.
got nice colors compared to some other weededs that we've done. It's
Yeah.
a little darker.
Yeah, it's medium dark.
Can we drink it?
Yeah, let's drink it instead of talking about it.
Ooh.
It is sweet. Ooh, that's got heat, man.
It's got heat on the back end there.
Ooh. It's got a heated finish. And it's got a nice hug, man. Ooh.
Yeah, it does.
Man, it's got a hug. All right, let's try this again.
I got a distinct flavor. What is that distinct flavor?
I like the sweetness on this, though, man. I think
It's different. It's a different sweetness, though. It's different because there's still that heat involved.
it's got
Some
heat.
other weeders we've had, it wasn't this heat wasn't involved.
I'm gonna roll with that honey nut Cheerios, man. I don't know why. But
You know what I'm getting? White chocolate.
White chocolate?
White chocolate.
Sounds racist.
You know, white chocolate has that distinct. It doesn't taste like regular. chocolate.
There's no. It's not real chocolate, though.
Or whatever it is.
Yes. There's people who are like offended by that. That they're like, if they say something like white, because they say that's not chocolate.
What is it? Just sugar,
Well, because chocolate has
cocoa.
cocoa and white chocolate doesn't have cocoa, so that's why they say
So what's it got?
they're almost saying why that it's wrong to call that chocolate. It should be just called like white, whatever.
Power.
We're gonna have to restart this episode.
No. But anyway, it's got that taste of white chocolate.
Yeah.
To me, anyway.
Yeah. All right. So you're getting notes of white chocolate. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I got you, Johnny. I'll put it down. I don't know what he's talking about.
Or even like a sometimes you get like that dried fruit like coated in yogurt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like a yogurt covered raisin or something. Like that. It's got that flavor.
Yeah. It's got depth. I'll say that, man.
Ooh. It can't be.
It can't be. It just popped in there.
I got like on the tongue, I got like a hint of like a little bit of coffee almost. But it shouldn't be. Coffee's not sweet.
Well, if you have light and sweet coffee. So you're getting a coffee note. Okay. Wow, John's really got some far out ones today.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get made fun of in this one too. So don't matter. Don't matter what I say. I can say it tastes like feet, smells like feet, tastes like feet.
It tastes like that coffee ice cream when I went to my grandmother's house when I was younger.
Yeah, almost like a coffee mocha ice cream.
I was totally
like
joking.
a coffee mocha ice cream.
See?
That's what I got a little bit.
Cool.
It doesn't make sense though with that high wheat, but
Yeah,
that's what I got.
Well, it wasn't high wheat necessarily though.
No, it wasn't. Yeah,
It just has wheat in it.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
So
That's what confuses me with the weeded, right? Because I think you got the Penelope and the Bardstown weeded. They're almost all wheat, right?
I don't know the
Not
mashes
much
on there. Yeah, I'm
corn.
not sure. And then your Weller lineup is
Yeah, that's all weeded, right?
weeded. Yeah.
I think it's very good. I love the finish on there.
It's that heat lingers.
I love
The taste lingers. The sweetness lingers.
I think that's what a lot of weeded that I'm like referring to. The finish isn't, or the hug isn't there as much,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying this hug right here.
I if I'm going to describe this in one word, as far as notes go, me personally, and I'm going to take this, me being specific on the names or anything of that sort. I'm just going to say cereal in general. I'm getting cereal on this. That nice, which makes sense because what do you have in your cereal? You have a lot of weeded cereals.
Yeah.
Frosted mini wheats. I think I would, it just has that note, it has that taste to it.
Yeah.
I like this one.
I do too.
I like the heat on it. I like the sweetness on it. And sometimes you don't mind the sweetness as much if you get kind of that heat on that back end there, Some people might find it a little too sweet.
No, this is not too sweet.
For me, I don't mind it.
No.
I
don't think this is too sweet at all.
Yeah, I think it's solid. I'm going to say, personally, on a rating for this one right here, I'm going to give it I was going to say 4.1, but I'm going to give it a 4.15.
Okay. I'd go straight up 4.
4 for you, so
Yeah.
4.15.
Yeah.
And 4. So we're looking at about a 4.075 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like it. It's good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What did you say about the prices around this? The MSRP? What?
I didn't say.
You didn't.
I didn't.
Is there because it's too high?
I don't know. I forgot what it was.
Okay.
I might have had the receipt.
I mean, no, you don't have to go crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of receipts there. No, don't worry about it.
No, because I just.
But I mean, do you think it was it more than like a $60, $70 bottle? Because I would think $50 would be a good price for this. 50 to 60.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think if you're going a little higher, I think you're paying more because it's Augusta. Wow.
Because I just had it out.
Yeah. That's okay.
That's all right.
It is what it is. Oh, you know what?
Fudge.
No, I don't taste any fudge. White chocolate.
I just had it out because I think I bought this when I bought the other ones.
Let's see. Looking this guy up, the MSRP is about $80 on this one.
I don't think I paid that much.
Yeah, I think that's a little much.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with 60 for something like this. 80, I think, is a little too high. Oh, he's on the floor now.
Yeah. Because it's going to piss me off because I just
Yeah, no,
had it.
no, it's okay.
I just had the receipt.
Yeah.
75.
All right.
I found
So
it.
close to 80. All right, 75.
75, yeah.
Do you think that's fair for what you're drinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah.
75?
If anything above 4, I think anything that I rate above 4 that cost me under $100, I think is worth it.
Worth it? Okay.
Yeah. You?
I mean, I'm cheap. I'm frugal. I don't see anything else. I would prefer to pay like 60 for this.
All right.
60, 65.
I'd prefer to pay $1 for this, but
I know. Well, I guess what I'm doing because it's I think I just need to change the way I'm thinking about it, right? Because I think of weeded, and then I think of your Penelope weeded. I think of your
Yeah.
Bardstown weeded, and then you got your Green River weeded. I don't think about your Weller weeded because
Well,
I don't
in
own any.
theory, I see where you're going with this because rye is more expensive than your wheat.
Yeah,
When it comes to production and everything like that, your rye is going to be more money.
right.
And so I can see where you're going with it, and that's why a lot of times you see your weeders that are...
I don't picture this in the same category as those.
Okay. You like those better?
No, I like this better.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you.
But those are like $40, right? I think the
Yeah.
Penelope weed is like $35. So I'm like, if I'm going to pay $35 for the Penelope, which is a good weeded bourbon,
Yeah.
I think 60 would be good for this.
Yeah, but look at the color on this. Look
I
at the depth
know,
on this,
it
man.
is, man.
It's
The color there is good, and the taste is quite.
and it's viscous. Well, semi-viscous.
I don't like the term weeded.
Yeah.
Why not high wheat? Just like there's a high rye mash bill. Why not like a high? Because there's still 71% corn in here. Why not just a high wheat mash bill?
Yeah.
High wheated, not weeded. Weeded, I think, is going to be
Yeah.
wheat in your face,
Yeah.
but it's still 71% corn. Why not just change it to high wheat?
It sounds like more like high corn.
Well, it is high corn. That's the thing. That's the thing.
I don't know, John.
Come on, answer my question. I mean, you got to know. You have to know.
You're wrong though. It was 70% corn
I stand corrected.
and 21% wheat, 9% malted barley. I don't know.
Anywho,
That's just the way. It's just the way it is.
good pick though.
Yeah, good stuff.
Good bottle. I like
Yeah,
it.
it was random.
I like
it was random. I like Augusta, and I figured why not? Let's give it a shot or a sip. So, on that, cheers to Augusta. I like what you did with this one. I really did.
Me too.
Yeah, solid stuff.
Cheers. Hey, have you been paying attention to Mr. President Donald Trump? And he released those, what do they call it? UAPs?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. Yeah,
UAP? Is that the new term for UFO?
I don't
UAP?
know. There's always a different term for everything, so could be.
Did you go on the website and watch the videos that were released?
I only saw the videos that were on the news. So whatever they presented, it was like the abbreviated version of what you may have seen on.
Yeah, I went on the government website and I watched all the videos.
Yeah.
And
What did you think?
They're not what I thought we were getting.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same old videos that we've seen with like maybe little black dots just shooting across,
Okay.
and there was nothing clear cut. The only couple things, and we've mentioned how AI is kind of destroying, and you don't know what to believe anymore.
Yeah.
The only few things that I really thought were cool were videos off of the moon from the apparent moon landing, and it was like blue dots
Yeah.
that were kind of in the sky moving around a little
Right.
bit. And then they're saying, like, even the astronauts are like, oh, what is that?
Okay.
You know? I don't know if I believe that.
There's a lot of things that we see, and it's not necessarily could be that it's an alien life form or anything of that sort.
Yeah.
It's just things that we just don't know of yet. Like, what do you think about the people who first saw the Northern Lights? You're
Right.
looking up and you see green and
Which I
purple and
I
all
still
that
don't
stuff.
understand.
Oh, that's all gases and all that stuff in the
Right.
atmosphere.
It's just
I think,
crazy
yeah.
the glow that it brings, right?
It is cool. And it's
Very
crazy.
cool.
But once again, it's one of those things where it's nature doing its thing.
Yeah. I mean, this could be a gigantic ice particle going across, you know,
I
like
know.
From the moon perspective. It could be a rock floating in the air,
Yeah.
you know, but it's glowing.
The
because it's-
reflection of something.
Yeah.
You ever take a photo and then you see like a green light just moving everywhere you move your camera,
Yeah.
and that's just because you can't. That's just the way
Right.
it is, you know. And it's just a reaction from your camera and this and the whatever's going through your camera.
Right.
I
Just
can't
because an
explain it.
orb is not always a ghost. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
It doesn't. Okay.
It could be a piece of dust reflecting off of, you know, the UV light of something.
So it was crazy because the other day you have a Ring alarm, so you know how it is. Not a Ring alarm, Ring camera.
Yeah.
And I got an alert on my phone, and it said that my Ring camera was set off. And I was like, "What?" Okay. I always look. I'm like, "What's going on?" It might have been like 10:30 at night, so it just seemed like a little off. And I was like, "Let me see what it is." And I'm looking at the camera, and all I saw was this shadow just go across the camera, and I thought of John, and I was like, "Oh." I know John believes in ghosts.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
But then when I looked at the bottom corner of the camera, I saw like a little flickering going on.
Okay.
I was like, what is going on there?
So it could have been like a spider.
No, I think what it was, because the spider won't explain the shadow. So I have spotlights that go on my house at night, you know? So I'm like, let me piece this together. Let me figure this out. Because, the average, person might think that, oh, that's a ghost, that's a whatever, and me, I don't really believe in any of that
Like
stuff.
me. Holy shit.
I'm like, there's an explanation to this or something. So that little flickering, and I looked at it again. I kept looking at it. I was like, what is that? And then I realized it looked like it was a deer's ear in the bottom corner. So what happened there? What happened there was a deer walked in front of my spotlight, created that shadow that put a cast over it, and it was just walking through.
Got you.
And that's what
Makes
triggered
sense.
it. Yeah,
makes sense.
I never actually saw. I didn't keep looking to see if it was a deer, but it kind of made sense because I saw the corner of like an ear moving or something, or whatever of the camera. And well, we get a lot of deer out here, so kind of made sense, But my point to that is, there's sometimes an explanation to it.
Yeah. You have to debunk, right? You have to debunk what's going on.
And I think the problem is people want to believe so much.
Well, they do, yeah. Right? Because who wants to believe that we're the only people in this universe? I think as much as we probably fear aliens and UFOs, we want to believe that they're there.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you believe they're there?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't, it's stupid for me to say I don't, but then I go around and be like, well, I believe in ghosts. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I feel like if you believe in something, you have to kind of believe in everything.
Well, I think that people are too quick to jump to conclusions. And I think a lot of times, once again, to my point with this deer and everything like that, if there is an explanation to it, if there is, and just like my point before when I say when you're on your cell phone and you're trying to take a photo and you just keep seeing that little green light move around or whatever, and I think a lot of times people don't realize there's reflections out there, there's things going out there, there's matter out there, there's different things. And once again, to my point with the Northern Lights, there's things that we just are like, you're in space. There's gases out there. What do you think stars are? They're gases.
Yeah.
You have cameras that are taking photos out there, and there's and things moving. You can make an object move back and forth super fast if you just move your camera like this sometimes, and it could be just something as a result of your lenses or things of that. I don't know.
But
maybe I'm...
The whole ghost thing's a little different for me because I've seen things and felt things and heard things. So I feel like I've had firsthand experience with it.
Mm-hmm.
And you might not believe me and people think I'm crazy. I know my truth and I know what I saw. And sometimes you even question yourself because it's like, dude, there's no way I just saw that. There's no way I just heard that. There's no way that can be real. Mm-hmm. But I had audio proof. I've had physical proof with my own eyes.
Yeah.
Like I've seen stuff that I know I saw and I'm not crazy. So that's where my belief comes in.
Yeah.
But until I see, my dad claims, when I was a baby, him and my neighbor were on the front steps of the porch in when we lived in Queens, and a disc, like a UFO, just like you would see in the movies. It was round with the lights, came down low, and they both stood there and watched it, and then it just took off in a split second. Yeah. And he claims that, I saw a UFO. I 100% believe because I saw it with my own eyes. And it's like, how do you really debate somebody or tell somebody, no,
I know.
You didn't see that?
I know. And yes, you can't. Because, if they say they saw what they saw. So, but, like, was he, like, wasted?
That's what I always say. I'm like, dude, if you were on the porch with the neighbor, you were probably drinking.
And now, it could have been... And there's, like, a lot of times there's illusions out there, too. There could be a balloon floating in the air, and it just hits you at that right distance or the right whatever, and you might, But not to say your father's lying at all. I'm not saying
But
that.
the things that have happened to me, there's no explaining it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't figure out why I saw what I saw or what happened to me. Like, there's no explanation to it. And I'm sorry. You believe me or you don't believe me. It is what it is. I'm not going to lie.
Well, this is we've talked about this. I don't want to keep
Well,
beating
yeah,
this down.
yeah, we have.
I don't believe in ghosts. I do believe in other powers. So I believe in
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a ghost. It could be energy.
well, I believe in heaven and hell. You know, I always have, always will. You know, that's just my belief. You know, I practice what I practice. You know, I go to church. I do my thing. Whatever. So I believe in heaven and hell. I do. And I don't think that if you had a loved one that went to heaven, you know, or they're not spending their time coming back to visit you or try to talk to you. No, they're either if they're in paradise and they're living, they're not coming back to say, "Hey, I'm going to say what's up to this guy right now."
Why?
Why? Because that wouldn't be heaven then, would it? Heaven wouldn't be going to see back someone that you're. To me, heaven is more like infinite joy, infinite happiness, infinite. When you're going back to see loved ones in distress or loved ones who are sad because they don't have you, or loved ones, then that's not necessarily heaven to me. That would redefine what heaven is. Because if they're coming back to see you and you're distressed trying to find a loved one because you missed them, how do you think that makes them feel? It doesn't make them feel like they're in heaven, does it?
Well, where do you think we are now? What do you call this? Where we're doing? What do you call this?
This is our judgment. This is our period to say, you know, that's
Is this
what
our
I feel.
purgatory?
In a way, yes. I don't believe in purgatory, but yes, this would
See,
be.
I do believe in purgatory,
I don't. I think
and I believe this is purgatory.
yes. If that's the case, yes,
Yeah.
I can agree to that. This is our
This is
judgment
where
time.
right. This is where we decide
Yes.
where we're going. We're taking
Yeah.
the escalator up. We're taking the escalator down.
Yes, this is our time of judgment. You make your choices now. I don't believe that God has to think about it and decide in the interim where you're going.
No,
necessarily.
right? When you die, it's like, all right, it's
That-
a flip of a coin. You coming with me? Or you're going down
Yeah,
there.
let me think on this one.
Yeah,
no,
no.
I think he knows already.
Our lives here are going to determine
Yeah.
right. But I think it's okay for our loved ones in heaven to come down and be like, hey, man, I want to communicate. I want to let you know I love you and I am up here and I'm waiting for you. Do good things in life.
I know, but I don't think that.
I mean, I don't see anybody coming from hell.
think- I think that would redefine heaven. Now, here's my point to what I'm saying, though.
Okay.
Here's my point. My point is this: I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in relatives coming to see you or anything of that sort. But what I do believe in is evil. I do believe in
Okay, understood.
demons. I do believe that
Trying to grab your attention to make
Exactly.
you think it's your loved one.
Exactly.
I got you. I got you.
And that's my point. I think there are powers out there, and I believe just like there's angels, there are demons. I believe that there's angels that can miracles, things that happen, the unexplained miracle. I think that, and I do believe in things of that sort. But I also believe that serial killer or that child molester or any of these people who do these evil things, I think that there's something that pushes them. And I think there's something evil that goes
Into their heads.
Exactly.
I got you.
And I believe that when someone the evils out there want you to believe that your loved one's coming down, but I hate to say it, I don't think it's your loved one that's
But
coming
why
down.
can't it be? Why can't it be your loved one being like, there's so much joy up here. Make sure you're here with me. Make sure you do right in life. Make sure I want to see you again. Make sure you do so good because I'm thriving and it's so great up here. Do good in life.
Because once
Come
again,
back with
to me, that wouldn't be heaven if you have to come back to see your loved one in distress.
Why do they have to be in distress, though?
A lot of times when you're reaching out to your loved ones, you are in distress because you miss them or you want to see them or anything of that sort. I think that if they're in heaven, they're in paradise, they're doing their things, they're enjoying where they are at that moment. They're not wanting, and that's the thing. I think that I also think that if you do go to heaven and you have a loved one that didn't make it there, I do believe that they don't remember them. And they don't see, because then once again that wouldn't be heaven to me. That wouldn't be heaven if I had to think about my loved one that never made it up here.
But it doesn't have to be that way. So your interpretation is you have a family, you have a wife, you have a son.
Yeah.
You pass away tomorrow, you're going to go have fun in heaven, and it's like, I'm not even going to think about my son anymore. There's so much joy up here. I don't care about them anymore.
Yeah, I think you don't remember him until he comes up.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's odd to me.
Because to me that wouldn't be heaven if you miss him that much. If I went to heaven and then I didn't have my son there, I would be like, oh my God, I miss him. And that wouldn't be heaven to me. You know what I mean?
So infinite joy is what without your family being with you? See, I guess that's such the hard thing to
But
fathom, right?
I think that this is just my personal
Oh
belief.
yeah, absolutely.
I think that if I went to heaven and if my family wasn't there with me, then I wouldn't know them. But when they came, I'd be like, I know you, and I remember you, and I love you, and then the memory comes back to you. That's the way I look at it, because once again, it wouldn't be heaven if I had to think about my loved ones that are still back on Earth. You know what I mean?
See, I think not. I don't want to say opposite, but I think differently. Whereas to heaven it's such joy, and you can't wait for your others to join you because of how joyful it is.
Okay.
I can't wait till my daughters,
But what if
come
you,
up here.
But what if you have
I
a
don't-
family member that doesn't make it up there? What if you have a loved one that didn't make it up there? Are you going to remember? Are you going to be like, oh, what happened to Jimmy? What happened to him? He never made it. That would bring less joy to you, but that wouldn't be heaven to me.
I see what you're saying,
And that wouldn't
but I feel like that's almost another reason why you're in heaven, to maybe come
Yes.
down and check in on them to make sure maybe I can sway them to do good so they can come up with me.
But if you go biblically, if you want to really dive deeper into it, and you're going biblically, we're really going on this one.
And I'll be honest, I can't go biblically because I'm not. I never went that far into my religion.
Basically, time is different when it comes to heaven. Time is different where a minute in heaven can be 100 years on earth. So, which I think is part of it too as well.
And then it's opposite for hell, where it's like your days are supposed to be long, and bad, and terrible, and and grueling.
Now, hell scares. It's always a scary topic because hell is eternity. Eternal burning.
Well, they're both
flames.
eternal.
Yes, but hell is your torture.
Yeah, it's the worst. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. But is everybody's hell different?
I don't know, but to me,
Like
anything
if,
hell
if,
is.
If on Earth you are desperately scared of snakes, is your hell you're just going to live with snakes
I don't know.
forever? You know what I mean?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Or is it just flames and some big dude with a tail and a
well,
pitchfork?
biblically, the lake of fire, everything of that sort. It's. So I guess my point is that when I come to talking about time, if you have a loved one that did go to heaven, then you're right, almost like right there behind them because time is different, and a decade is like
catches up fast.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to go to heaven, my loved ones are going to be here fairly quick because that's how time works.
Yes.
There. So we'll all be together again.
Yes.
Because that's your joy.
Yeah. Yeah. But like I said, that's my belief. I've been through personal experiences in my life to have that belief, and see certain things and been through certain things, and that's that.
It's just, I guess it's hard to think where, like, our loved ones, my grandparents, your parents, or a deceased child, is like, I'm in heaven. I'm not even thinking about you.
Yeah,
I'm having. I don't want to say so much fun. I'm having it's so joyous up here.
Yeah,
I'm not even thinking about you. And then when you get here, maybe I'll figure it out and we'll reunite. But I don't know. I feel like that's not.
Well, you hear these stories about people who actually are borderline dead, and then they see heaven, and they see it, and they're.
I could bring my dad up again. He's got one of those stories.
Yeah,
he was on his deathbed due to complications. And my grandmother came down, and she was on the other side of that white picket fence, and everything was white.
That would
in the white gown.
Yeah.
And she put out her hand, and she said, "Your whole family's here, and we're waiting for you.
Yeah,
we can't
and
wait for you to get
he
here."
didn't want to go back.
And he said, "Well, what about my kids?"
Yeah.
And she said, "You can see them from up here. You can monitor them from up here.
Yeah.
They'll be just fine. Just come with us." She put out her hand, and he's like, "I'm not ready for that yet."
Yeah.
And then he pulled back, and he woke up, and whatever happened.
Yeah.
And if they're not looking out for us, why would something really like that happen?
Yeah.
Was that just a dream then? Was that just a dream because you're
I
thinking
don't.
because your body's
I don't know because I can't speak for him
or
on that.
or is
you
it
know?
like your mind is like you're dying, so now you're starting to think all your loved ones, right?
Yeah.
Like when you see an old person dying,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden they're talking to people who died years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I see Betty. I see my husband. I see
Yeah.
Jimmy. Oh, they're there. They're all they're all
Yeah.
having fun. I see them laughing. They're all
Yeah.
dancing. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Yeah.
Is that just your mind an illusion, or are they really there? You see them waiting for you because they're waiting for you.
Yeah.
They've been looking out for you, waiting for you to make them complete. Like it's
I know what you're saying. Yeah. And I've heard stories where people are like they didn't want to go back, but then because heaven was so glorious, and that
Yeah.
they didn't want, but then it just wasn't their time, and that's that. And a lot of times these people have used that to preach it and spread that word and spread everything and become totally different believers.
I don't think there's an answer, man.
Yeah. Well, the one thing is for certain, and I've always said this, and and I say this to the people who are super smart and rely heavily on science and all this and that, whatever. I'm like, the one thing that is certain is that we know nothing.
That's 100% true, man.
Yeah.
That's 100% true.
And what do they used to say? We only use what percent of our brain, and we just don't even know the half of it.
I don't care what scientists can do, what religion can do, what AI can do, what medicine can do. You're never ever gonna get that answer here on Earth. Until you're completed your life here.
The baffling thing is, when we go back to space and all that stuff, is like, where's the end of the universe?
Right. There's got to be a wall, right? It's got to
then-
stop somewhere.
But what's after that wall?
Yeah.
It's all solid wall, but where does that solid wall travel? And how far does that wall go back? There's, and that's the baffling thing. And when you think of things like that, you're just like, okay,
It doesn't make sense.
yeah, there's got to be an end. And if there's an end, what's after
There
that?
has to be
But
an
what, that wall's got to keep traveling. What's going on?
Right. But there has to be an end.
Yes.
But what's infinite? Infinite there means there's no end.
There is no end.
There's a word for having no end.
Yeah. It sounds chaotic when you really think about it, but yeah. But once again, it goes to say we know nothing. There are things people always want an explanation to everything.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
We want to know now.
Yeah. Yes.
We don't want to figure it out later.
Yeah.
We want to know now. We need an explanation.
Yeah.
1 + 1 has to equal 2. There has to be an
Yeah.
answer.
Yes.
Maybe there's not.
And that's
Maybe we're wrong. Maybe there's nothing. Maybe we go to sleep one day and it's black and then that's it.
and to my point on that is that a lot of people who are, atheists or things of that sort, they're like, oh no, because this is whatever. And listen, I don't want to knock on anyone's beliefs, but my point to it is that we don't know the half of it. And we at some point we have to accept the fact that there are higher powers. And I'm not a believer of the Big Bang theory or anything of that sort. That love, emotion, anything, just being human came from rocks colliding. It just makes no sense to me. And once again, people they've become too. So I think some people, and it's going to sound the opposite of what my point might be, is that they're too smart for their own good.
Okay. So do you believe in evolution? How about that?
No, I don't believe that there was an ape that was out there and that people formed from an ape. Because then why are there still apes? Why have they not evolved too by now? I don't believe that. I believe in, to a degree, I believe maybe adaptation. I believe that survival of the fittest in ways. I feel that I'm not opposed to saying that like giraffes' necks got longer because they liked this tree, and then the female said, "I'm gonna breed with the one with the longest neck because it's bringing food down to me right now," and then that one's gonna breed with their offspring gonna breed with the one with the longest neck because they could get it even easier than next. It's just like a basketball player that they are bred by tall parents, and they just keep, one professional basketball player is like, "Oh, I think that one from the women's league is really hot," and then they have a child that's even taller. I
Well,
think
let
that
me
there's
ask you this
something,
question: What came first, the chicken or the egg?
Chicken. It's like saying what came first, the human or the sperm, or or whatever.
Right. What came first?
Oh, well, I think the chicken came first, then and the egg came after.
From where? Where
did humans come from?
I don't know.
Oh, well, that's where I believe in God.
I know.
The higher power.
That's what I'm just like I'm just saying like that's the freaking question, man. It's like it's all of a sudden it was like like a science fiction movie, and here we are. Boom. Okay, now what?
Yeah.
I need a woman. Okay, now what?
And that's why I believe there's a creator,
It's it's funny how we all have disagreements on what we believe in, but something had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Something had to start somewhere.
That's why my point to some people that they don't believe in or anything like that, like, once in a while you have to say, all right, maybe I need to open my mind a little bit more and say, yeah, something had to start this. Something had to, where you might almost have to go a little bit out there, and say, okay, how did this really happen?
But did something have to start the higher power? Did something have to start the God? Like, who starts the God?
Mm-hmm.
Where does that power come from?
That goes to our infinite, end of the universe.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
If there's no end, then there might have been always a God.
One God to rule them all.
Yes. Yeah, I think
Dude, it's a crazy. It's almost like a stoner topic, right? It's like you need to smoke weed before you can really have these conversations, or drink bourbon. Because a normal-headed person, it's just like, number one, you hate talking it because it always starts a fucking argument.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And you can't be level-headed because there's no sense to any of it, and you have to believe what you believe, but you can't mock what somebody else to believe.
Yeah,
it's awesome to have these type of debates.
It's not even. I don't even think this is a debate right now. This is a conversation.
Well, this is a conversation because we don't debate each other.
We
almost believe in the same type of stuff,
Yeah.
which is probably boring for everybody else. But yeah,
I think that I a lot of times people think that people who believe in religion, believe in something like that, are the closed-minded ones. I think it's quite the opposite sometimes, because I think if we're believing in these higher powers, you're accepting the fact that there is a God out there, you're almost being a little bit more open-minded, which is kind of quite the opposite of what they're trying to say we are,
Right. No, I agree with that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of where I stand with it. Like I said, once again, I've seen certain things. I've seen evil, and I've seen miracles happen. So,
and that's where I say, when I say I've seen ghosts, I've gotten scratched.
Yeah,
I've heard things have said my name. Yeah,
and
it might not be a ghost. It might be demonic.
That's my point. Did this spirit that scratched you, did it make you feel happy?
No, I was scared as shit.
Exactly.
Scared as shit.
Exactly.
It scared me.
Did it bring you joy when you heard your name called?
No.
Exactly.
No.
So that's what my point is. This.
I felt so uncomfortable.
Yes, my point is this. If this is a ghost that was part of someone's life or anything like that, would they be doing this
right? You'd be
now?
Like, you'd feel that joy.
Exactly.
But you do have those people where it's like, maybe a door slams and you watch these videos and they're like, Grandma?
Mm-hmm.
Grandma? And they're just like, oh, Grandma must be here.
Yeah.
Oh.
And there's people who find pure joy in killing others.
True.
So
no,
define joy to me.
My few, and that's the weird thing, right? I've had a few instances dealing with this type of stuff, and it scared the shit out of me every time I dealt with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I always looked for more, because you're looking for that answer that you're not going to get.
Yeah,
you're not going to get it. All it does is scare you and make you feel uncomfortable and make you wonder about what the hell you just dealt with. Yet you're so stupid that you're looking for more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that, because maybe I don't know exactly what the Bible says on it with ghosts and things like that, but I don't think it's I don't think it's in the...
I don't even touch it. Does it touch on it?
I don't think so. And I think my point to that is this.
I mean, it would be the Holy Spirit would kind of be the closest thing to a ghost.
If a demon or an evil spirit convinced you that they were a ghost of someone's past, they're also convincing you not to believe in what the Bible says. And that's my whole point of the evil of it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. It's just hard to believe that there can be evil without good. There's kind of, you always feel like
But
there's
there
got to
is
be a
good.
balance.
Yeah, there is good.
Right, but how come the evil can communicate with us, but the good's like, no.
Once again, my point to that: if you're in heaven, you're not coming back to do your thing.
That's what just that's the point that bothers me a little bit.
Yeah, I guess it's once again.
I don't want to go to heaven and be like, I don't care about. I guess not caring about your family is not the right words, but that there's just I'm so joyous to be here right now that whatever happens to them, I'll see them again one day.
Well, and once again, I'm pretty sure about this too, and what it says in the Bible as well is that when you are in heaven and say your children come up, do you know that they're not your children anymore?
I don't want to believe that. I'm not going to know who they are.
No. But they're not your children. They're your brothers or sisters now. You're all one. You know, that's my brother or that's my sister and whatever. Your parenting job duty is done, is my point. You know, you've done that duty. And don't you, in a way, kind of want to be
No.
because you have the parenting instinct in your head right now. You have that in your head. But picture your daughters when they're in their 20s or 30s or 40s. A part of you would be like, I kind of want to be a brother or a sister to them. You know, you kind of want to be that in a way. You once again, you have that. The parenting's kicking in for you
I know.
right now.
It's hard. That's hard. That's a hard thing, man. Because that old saying, like even like now with my mom, it's, you're always gonna be my baby. You're always gonna be my baby.
I know.
You know? I can't fathom.
But
I can't fathom my kids as an equal.
if you were in heaven, just say hypothetically, and your mom was there, and she said, "Hi, brother," would it bother you?
I don't know.
I don't know because
I don't know. Yeah,
I know. I guess you'd have to be put in that situation.
Yeah,
but
I
if
don't
she
know.
said, "You know, you're my brother. You know, you are my family. You are, you know, whatever."
Well, yeah, you're my family, but brothers.
I know, and but once again,
I would like to think what she'd be like. My son is here. You know, I am here, and I distilled such good in you that now you are here with me, and we are together again. Brothers, a different.
But it's so okay.
Or even maybe drop brother, sister, blah, blah, and be like family. Family's here. We're family.
But
I don't know.
a dad, do you look at yourself and what do you do? 15?
Yeah.
Do you look at each other as equals?
No.
Exactly. And that's my point. In heaven, you will be equals. Is the way I look at it.
Well, that's why I say maybe drop my brother or sister. Maybe just say family. Like I don't know.
My kin, you know. But I guess to my point is that there's going to be decades and decades and decades of family there, and are you going to, in a way, you all in
my grandson. No, I'm not your grandson.
In a way, would you rather be looked at as a grandson or as an equal to your family from generations ago? We are kin. We are brethren. We are whatever.
I don't know.
Like I said, you have dad instinct kicking in.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know, I kind of wouldn't mind saying eventually that when my son is older and mature and he's at that age, he's as a Christian, you might say he's a brother in Christ.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I can see like where if I saw like my grandparents again, they would take me as part of an equal. Exactly. Because we lived not the same life, but we each lived our own lives. We're equals. We're not, I'm not a father figure, or I'm not
And now I'm going to really throw something at you. Gosh, this is all right. We're going out there, but here I'm going to throw something at you. And from what I understand biblically, your wife won't be your wife anymore. She'll be a sister.
So I can get a new wife? Is there virgins waiting for me up there?
Let's just say it's a different thing. We're here. We're looking to spread. We're trying to plant our seeds and do our thing.
That's what I was going to say. Because I mean, in heaven, I mean, you're not. It's not. I don't want to say here on Earth it's a sexual reproductive type of thing, and then when you get up there, it's not sexual anymore.
But you find joy in different things.
Yeah.
Think about it like two 80-year-old people. Are they necessarily
Right. There's
you
no,
know?
it's not sexual anymore.
It's more like you were connected in different ways.
Companionship and
yes,
love and-
exactly,
right.
exactly.
Not being alone.
Because the whole point of sexuality was to reproduce,
Right.
and that's the whole thing.
Right.
That
And then
mission is done.
You grow old together. It's just
Yeah.
it's loyalty and companionship.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
comfortableness and
Where the joys in heaven might be something different than what the joys are on earth, and the pleasures of earth, and everything of that sort. You know.
that was a curveball. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I don't know where to go with that.
Yeah. So back to what you were saying about the UFOs and everything. 'Cause we really went
Do
off
you
topic
believe
here.
in Bigfoot?
Yeah, but
I think we're beyond that.
Yeah.
I think this was this was a good convo. It was a good convo.
Sometimes our topics twist and turn and go into different directions.
Yeah, that really went. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is why we drink, folks. This is why bourbon is the best thing to do because
Well-
it brings out the inner intellectual.
And me and John joke around about it sometimes. We enjoy drinking bourbon. But the one thing I don't enjoy doing, and maybe it's my age, I don't enjoy getting drunk. I don't want to get drunk.
No, nobody wants.
That's
to
never my intention, is to get drunk or anything of that sort. It's to have a conversation, socialize, have a little bourbon, loosen our inhibitions and all that stuff, and just have a good conversation.
And to me, this is like our best episodes are this. It's not where we have a topic and we got to write and this is what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
I like these deeper conversations that just go off. I like going off on like a bender.
I know.
And something else.
We were supposed to talk about more of the alien thing and all that stuff, but it really kind of just. But
there
that's
was like
okay.
something else too that we had. But you know what? That's another episode.
Yeah, here we are. It was fun.
It was fun.
And you know what? It's good because me and this guy get to chat about things and stuff that we don't ever talk about. So,
yeah,
and here we are.
And what do you guys think?
Comment
to me. How stupid our conversation was.
I don't think it was stupid at all. Actually, I think
No,
it was,
or
I think,
how you
I think it was
disagree. How about
enlightening,
that?
if anything. Yeah.
How you disagree
Yeah.
and what you think.
Yeah.
It's, everybody thinks different. And that's another point of the whole conversation. It's
Yeah.
okay to think that way. It's
Yeah.
okay to think different. You don't
Yeah.
have to think like us. I don't have to think what he believes in. He doesn't have to think what I believe in.
Yeah.
I don't think what you believe in. You think Charles Manson's king, then Charles Manson's your king.
Drink that
It don't
Kool-Aid.
matter. Yeah, drink your Kool-Aid and then hopefully die. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
We're not going to
we
knock
can-
you on your opinions. That's all we're saying.
We can disagree without war. How about that?
And we can agree to disagree.
And we can agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Deep conversations like this, if we all had these deep conversations without with being civil, this world would be such a better
Yeah.
place, man. It
Yeah.
really would. It really would.
Some of my best conversations have been people who have opposing views, and even when it comes to either politics, religion, or anything of that sort, I can never say that I don't take something in from what they said. But the key to it is, and this is the final thought for me at least, the key to all of it is to listen. And that's it. Just listen. Listen to what they have to say. Understand where they came from.
We don't listen anymore.
Yeah.
We hear. And when we hear, we don't like what we hear, bad things happen.
Yeah.
Just listen.
Listen.
Listen and converse.
Hear me out.
Listen and converse.
You might think I'm crazy in the beginning, but then maybe at the end you might be
Right.
like, okay, he's kind of making a little sense
Right.
there.
Out of 10 points, maybe 3 points you agree with.
Yeah.
And those 3 points, man, it brings peace and harmony.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I kind of know what my next topic may be that I want to talk about, and hopefully you agree with me.
Superman versus Batman.
No, it's about engaging conversations, I think. And I
Okay.
think it's about, I sent you something about being an introvert and exactly what it may mean.
Yes.
And I
That's
think I
on our
kinda
back
want-
burner because we went off on a tirade the last time we
Yeah,
met.
I think I want to talk about that.
Let's
Check
do
out our
that.
next episode because I think that's going to be our next topic.
Another deep one. Let's go.
Yep.
Augusta. Good stuff, man.
That
I
we
really
did.
liked it, dude.
Yeah, this is.
Thanks
I think
for-
it was solid, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm glad I picked
appreciate
it
that.
up.
Same.
Cheers to Augusta. Cheers to John.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you. All right.
Peace.
Later.